All right, good morning, everybody. We're gonna start with just nice, good toe lifts. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, right foot only, rocket toe and heel, toe and heel. So today we're keeping it simple. We've got 8 exercises, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, aiming for 3 rounds. Good, switching sides, so lift and lift. So we're gonna alternate between cardio and strength. We do have 3 exercises down on the floor, but if you would like to stay standing, there's an option. All right, tap the heels to the front right here. Start to add a little bicep curl. Just 4, 3, 2. We're gonna tap it out to the side, reach it right to the front. 4, 3, 2, toe tap to the back. We're gonna tricep press it back. So just a little glute squeeze. I've got a little hinge forwards. Reach my hands back towards my heels. 4, 3, knees up in front. We're gonna reach towards the ceiling. Start to wake up the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, tap it to the side, reach it up and overhead. This is one of our exercises today. This is one of our cardio moves. 4, 3, 2, hamstring curls. We're gonna reach and pull. So think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, in the center, slow deadlift, feet hip width apart, hinge and then lift. So push the hips back, stand up nice and tall. So my body position doesn't change. I just put my hands on my hips and I just think I'm going to push back on my pelvis and then bring it up. So hinge and lift. Down, 2, up, 2. Let's take it forward, hold it in place, arms down, open and close your book. So we're going to try to open those shoulders back behind us. 4, 3, 2, all the way up, slow squat. So sit the hips towards the heels, stand up nice and tall. So down and lift. Down, lift. Good, we got 4 more, so we're going nice and slow here. Want you to think you've got a bag on either side of you. You're gonna reach down and you're gonna pick it up. 1 more. All right, forward step. So forward step, we're gonna actually open and close today. So forward step, open and close. 4, 3, 2, side lunge, step it out to the side, hold it in place. Little quick side to sides, working on the hips. If you want to add a little rotation, reach corner to corner towards your foot. 4, 3, hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale. Good, breathe it in, exhale out. Good, roll it all the way up, keep the legs wide. We're gonna walk it out to a plank. We're gonna stay in our plank position. So incline plank if you need to. We're gonna hold our plank. We're gonna lift up into a down dog and then back to plank. Down dog and plank. Remember, you have the option, incline planks. If you really need to, you can do a knee plank to a child's pose. But again, this is one of our exercises today. Good, 1 more. Let's walk it all the way back up to a standing position. Come back into the center. We're gonna do our heel stomps. So heel stomps right here. Now, if you wanna do full jumps, you can do full jumps. Our knees are our springs. They're our shock absorbers, so we keep them nice and soft. 4, 3, we're gonna step, touch, side, side, reach and pull. Good, let's double it up. So 2 to the right, 2 to the left. We're gonna do a double, single, single right here, and double. Single, single, double, single, single. One more time, last set, double. Good, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. So we're gonna do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, 8 exercises. We're hoping for 3 rounds, 5 standing, 3 on the floor. Or 2 on the floor for sure. But you all remember, you always have the option to stay standing. So we're going to start. We're gonna tap it back, knee, back, together, back, knee, back, together. So we're gonna start with cardio, 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's back, knee, back, switch. Back, knee, back, switch. This is what we start with. So back, knee, back, together. And we add punches, so 3 punches. So back, knee, back, together. This is our low impact cardio. This is also a little bit of coordination. So tap, lift, and tap. For the next couple of rounds, if you want to ever do all one side, go for it. But since we're doing an odd number, we've got to do at least 1 round that is alternating. Working on that coordination. Here's 2 and 1. All right, lunges with overhead presses. Lunges with overhead presses. Again, we're gonna do alternating legs here. You can do alternating arms for your overhead press. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna lunge, lift, press it overhead. You can do side raises instead if you don't wanna go overhead. You can do 1 dumbbell, hold it on the ends. I like doing 1 dumbbell in each hand because that means that each arm has to work independently. Again, if you start getting a little tired, alternate your overhead presses so you can give yourself a little bit more rest. Good, 10 seconds. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. We're gonna do our squat, our side-to-side squats, hop switch. This is your cardio move, so you don't have to squat all the way to the floor. The goal is just to move side to side quickly. So we're gonna take it down and lift, down and lift. So this is kind of your option 1. You can also just stay in place, down and up, or you can add a down and a little hop switch. We wanna make sure that we're not here, bending over and dropping our heads, and we wanna make sure we're not just pushing our buns out and puffing out our chest. Just down and lift. So it's quick movement side to side, and we can just step it. It doesn't even have to be a full squat. Put the arms down and up. It's gonna get those heart rates really high. 3, 2, and 1. Squat, bicep curl. Squat, bicep curl. So feet hip width or shoulder width apart, toes forward or a little bit out towards the corners. We're gonna stay nice and tall. 2 and 1. So squat, stand, curl at the top. So squat, lift, stand. As we come up to standing, it's just a nice, good, tall position. We don't have to push our hips up and forwards, but we don't want to come part way up and forget to stand all the way. We're coming all the way tall, just like we would if we got out of a chair. We squat, we stand, we bring it up. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, side tap, overhead reach. So just like we did in the warm-up, We're gonna tap it out to the side and we're gonna reach it up and overhead. Now you can reach it out to the front if you need to. Good, reach, reach. Little side bend, tap it, up and overhead. Now you have the option, again, to add that little hop switch in the middle if you'd like, but that is 100% optional. If you wanna make it a little harder, both arms at the same time. Why is that harder? Because now you're moving your legs and your arms, so your heart has to work a little bit harder. Again, if you need to, you can even just take it out to the side, reach and reach. So not as high, still getting that momentum, that movement in the sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, option 1, standing rows. Option 2, on the hands and knees or in a plank, renegade rows. You choose. If you want to stay standing and do rows, you can. Here's 2 and 1. So row and then row. We have a lot of compound moves today, which means we're going to be doing a lot of joints. And for these, we're doing a lot of upper body and lower body at the same time. I have my hands resting on my dumbbell. If that doesn't work for you, then you are welcome to put your hand down on the floor and then your other hand will grab and do your dumbbell row. So it's kind of up to you, however you're feeling. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come back up to standing. A little bit of cardio. We're just going to do knee lift and a little bit of rotation. You can have your arms crossed across your chest. Here's 2 and 1. So we're just gonna open, a little bit of a rotation. You can even be here. Remember, we're rotating from our core, so you don't have to do knees like way over to the corners. I just want you to lift your knee, rotate your torso. If you don't wanna rotate, you're gonna hold it right in the center. So it just depends on your spine and what you're able to do. So again, you can just hold it here. You can even hold your arms out, shoulders down, elbows up. You're getting some shoulder work. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog with a push-up. Now you can do incline push-ups. You can just do the incline down dog. You can also just do a chest press on the floor. You'll be on your back, so just remember you'll have to give yourself a little bit of space, a little bit of time. Good, time's on. So I'm gonna lift up. Down dog, back to plank. I'm gonna go to my knees, do my push-up, come back up. Down dog, go to your knees, push up, and lift. Now you can do child's pose if you need to, but the movements are a little bit different. You're gonna get a little bit more core work, a little bit more stretching if you can do your down dog, even if you have to go to your knees for your push-up. Take your time. This is your strength move. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. If you're on the floor, walk your hips to your heels. If you're standing, stay standing. If you're on your back, come to a seated position. Then we're going to come up to standing, and we are going to give ourselves a short rest, a water break, and then we're going to go through round number 2. So you can roll the shoulders, give yourself a little bit of a break, and decide how you want to go with your weights. We've got a 32 count starting right now. Now we're going to go ahead and get started with our tap back knee punches. Remember, you can do all one side if you'd like. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can take it back, knee, back, switch, and alternate, or back, knee, back, right here, where you just do a knee driver. So it just kind of depends on how you're feeling. I'm gonna kind of even myself out a little bit. So I'm gonna try to go opposites, or alternating. So back, knee, back, switch. Adding in those punches, reach, 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 switch sides. If you want to do all one side, do all one side, and then the next round we'll do the other. If you have to leave early, you might want to keep alternating. We don't want you to get lopsided. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lunge with an overhead press, or lunge with a side raise. Lunge with a side raise. Same thing. If you want to do all right side this round, you can. So lunge, stand, press to the ceiling. Lunge, stand, press to the ceiling. So ribs are tucked, nice and tall. You can alternate those arms. It just depends, how are you feeling today? I'm doing a more shoulder safe version. Elbows pointing forwards. You can do elbows pointing out. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, dumbbells down. We're gonna go for that side stepping, that side squat with your hop switch. If you want to make it harder, make the movement bigger. If you need to keep it a little easier, make the movement smaller. Here we go. So again, you can just be right here. You can just go down and up, not stress about the stepping, but if you can add in the stepping, you're going to get a little bit more inner and outer thigh, especially if you squeeze it in on the way up. Nice, good reach. You can add the hop switch right here, or keep it low impact. You do want to add some impact into your life periodically. A little bit of jumping. Doesn't have to be an entire workout, but low impact does not have to mean easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squats and bicep curls. So we're going to take our feet a little bit wide, toes forward or a little bit out to the corner. Here we go. So drop, lift, curl at the top. So nice deep breaths. Remember, this is your strength, so we don't have to fly through these. This is your opportunity to go a little heavier if you'd like. I'm actually going a little lighter today because I have a second class after this. And I'm having one of those days. You know, we all have those days where we just feel kind of off. And it's okay to have an off day. Not every day, not every workout is going to be perfect. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, side tap, overhead reach. The important thing is just get up, move your body, yes? Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So tap, tap. So I like to reach it up and overhead. You can reach it out to the side. Just lift and lift. It's kind of a half jack with a little bit of a side bend. Again, arms up, higher heart rate. Arms a little bit lower, lower heart rate. Good. Reach, reach. Want to try to get the shoulder up as high as we can, or open up the shoulder as much as we can. Straighten those elbows, reach. And it's okay if your arms don't perfectly go up, but if you can try, even if your arms are wide. So instead of trying to go straight up, reach for the corners. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right, Renegade Rows or standing rows, or even a band pull apart is a great exercise as well. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you can see here, I am on hands and knees versus a knee or a toe plank. Nice, good hands and knees position. Drive the elbow back. I'm still bracing my core. This is just a little bit easier But if you can, you're gonna take those knees behind your hips, drop the hips a little, still pull the dumbbell back towards the front of your hips. A lot of times we start to do rows and we start to pull towards our armpit. I want you to pull down and back towards the front of the hips, front of the pelvis. We're working our back. We've already done biceps. We need to work back. Last one. Good job. Bring it up. We're going to go for knee lifts with your rotation. This is your cardio, but this is also a little bit of core. 2 and 1. So we're just going to lift and we're going to lift. Good rotation. Arms can be here. Hands can be behind your ears. Your choice. So good rotation, or march it right in the center. No rotation. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog with a push-up. Remember, you can do incline push-ups, you can do an incline down dog. Especially if you're doing an incline, don't let those elbows go out to the side on your push-up. We need to keep them down. Form that letter A. Your time is on, so form that triangle. So if we're against the wall here, and our elbows are pointing out to the side, that's gonna hurt our elbows. Shoulders down, elbows are down at an angle. We're still squeezing the shoulder blades together. And we're trying to think about dropping our forehead or our chest towards the wall. So you can do down dog here, push up here. Down dog, lift, and a push up. You absolutely have that as an option. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out. If you're standing, walk around. If you're on the floor, give yourself a minute. You can grab a quick drink of water, come up to standing. When you're ready, we have one more circuit after this. So good opportunity, roll your shoulders. Decide, do you have a little extra energy left? Do you have extra energy left? Can you go up a little bit in weight? Can you add a little impact this set? Can you go a little bit harder? If you can't, that's okay, but you can always give it a shot. So we're getting ready. We're gonna start with our tap back in 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna take it back, knee, back, switch. So if you've been alternating the entire time, keep alternating. If you only did one side last round, then I want you to do the other side this round. So back, knee, back, switch. So a little coordination challenge. Working on hips, working on glutes. Back, knee, back. So a little bit of a hinge forward. I'm still bracing my core. I'm using my hips and my glutes to move those legs. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Lunges, overhead presses. So nice, good lunge, overhead press, or again, side raises. Side raises are a secondary option. 2 and 1. So I'm gonna step it back, push through, stand tall. This is my strength. This is also your strength move. So focus on good technique, quality over quantity. Cardio, we try to get our heart rates, kind of high, elevate the breathing, get that heart pumping. Strength, we're still going to be doing, get the breathing up, get the heart rate up, but our focus here is on muscle. So we don't have to go fast. We want to try to get a good full range of motion. Try to lift heavy things. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Dumbbells down. So we're going to go for side squat, switch in the middle, or standing, squat to reach. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Option 1, squat and lift. So this is when we are trying to go quickly. If you can go deeper, this is going to make it a little bit harder because now you're incorporating more of your leg muscles, same side to side. So you can keep it shallow, but if you can go a little deeper, reach it up, you have more muscle engagement, which means those muscles also need oxygen and blood, which means that your heart has to work a little harder. But again, if you need to keep it low, this is okay. Add the hop switch. Add the impact. We have 5 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1. Squat, bicep curls. So squat, bicep curls. 3, 2, and 1. So feet hip to shoulder width apart, chest stays lifted. So we don't want to squat and then bend over. We want to squat, sit the hips back, and then keep sitting. So keep sitting, keep the knees tracking about over your shoelaces. Your knees are going to bend. Your knees are going to bend. The goal is to sit the hips back, hold that neutral position, and then allow the hips and the knees and the ankles to bend at about the same rate. So we start hips back, and then we lower hips and knees about the same speed. 2 and 1. Dumbbells down, side tap with a reach. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap it side to side, reach it up. So you're trying to get something down off the top shelf. You're trying to reach for the cupboard. Now it can be a little bit more up and out to the front. It does not have to be perfectly side to side. Just depends on your shoulders. Again, it can be wide. Doesn't have to be overhead if your shoulders don't move that way. But 15 seconds, we're going to go down for our rows. 7. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Rows. Renegade rows, supported rows, standing, on the floor, you choose. We just want to get good rows, good back strengthening moves here. Good job. Time is on. So you can start in your hands and knees position. We still want to have our wrists underneath our shoulders, so we don't want to let our arms go out and our hips go back to our heels. It shouldn't feel like we're pulling it back and sliding it. It should feel like we're doing a little pull back, but a lift. Nice, good lift. You can take those hips a little further forward, flatten out the back a little bit. Ten seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it up. And to come back to standing position, we're going to do our rotations. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So arms up. Rotate, rotate. Again, this is cardio a little bit, but I want this to be core since we're not doing core focused today. We're kind of thinking about using our abdominal muscles to rotate, hip flexors to lift the legs. So instead of doing like a crunch or reverse crunches, we're doing these. Although if you were doing planks, especially with those Renegade rows, you were absolutely getting core. Core is used all the time, not just when we do crunches. Good. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down or at an incline, down dog with a push-up. Yes, you can do the child's pose, but I want you to try the down dog. So come to your knees for the push-up, but try to lift the legs, lift up into down dog. Your time is on. So feet a little bit wide, down dog, plank, drop to your knees carefully, push up, bring it up. So lift up, take it down. Nice, good push-up and lift. So we're bracing our core. Our spine stays neutral. When we lift our hips up, you can see legs are pretty straight, back is pretty straight, ears between the elbows. I keep that neutral spine. I come to my knees, push up and lift. Ears are staying away from our shoulders, and on the push-up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hold them squeezed, and then do your push-up. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Sit it back. If you're on the floor, have a seat. If you're standing, walk around. You can join us on the floor if and when you are ready. So you can join us on the floor. We're going to do our stretching. If you need to, you can stay standing or you can grab a chair. You can do a lot of these exercises using a chair. This one we're going to start on the floor, and we're going to do our scorpion stretch, our chest stretch. So if you're staying standing, you're going to need a wall, a doorway, or an outside corner. So that's an inside corner. You'll need the outside corner. We're going to take it all the way down onto our tummies. Right arm straight out to the side, palm facing down. Left hand is going to be at your chest, left leg. We're going to bend it, keeping the right side of the body on the floor. We're just going to roll into that right side. We don't want to push ourselves up and away from the floor. We're trying to keep our shoulder to our fingertips in contact with the floor the entire time. So we don't want to push ourselves up. Our bicep is touching the floor. Our forearm is touching the floor. This hand is just for support, as is this leg. It's just kind of using it to help you rotate your body over. 3, 2, and 1. Switch it. We're going to take the left hand straight out to the side, right hand by the chest, right leg we're going to bend. Left arm stays in contact with the floor. If you are doing this against a wall, you're not going to do the leg lift thing, and you don't even have to do the hand on the floor thing. You're just going to take your arm out to the side, and you're just going to rotate your body away from the wall, still trying to keep that straight arm touching the wall. So yours is just a little different. So your wall is your floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it into the center. Take the hands by the chest. Take a nice deep breath in, shoulders down. Exhale, push yourself up and back. Sit your hips back to your heels. Reach the arms out in front of you. Nice deep breaths in. You can do this at an incline, hands on a wall, hands on a countertop. Good. We're going to pull ourselves forward into a knee plank. We're going to point our toes, squeeze the glutes, drop our hips down towards the floor, lift our chest. If this is not for you today, all the way down onto your forearms into Sphinx, or all the way down onto your hands. If you're standing, you're going to put the heels of your palms on the shelf of your glutes, and you're going to push down on your butt. That will kind of push your hips forwards, and you'll get a similar stretch to what we're doing, but standing. Good. Let's tuck the toes under. Walk your hips to your heels. Walk your hands to your knees. Take the knees a little bit wide, froggy stretch. Right hand by the right knee, left hand lightly behind the ear. We're going to inhale elbow to elbow. We're going to exhale, open the shoulder back behind you. So elbow to elbow and open. The hand that's on the floor, we're pushing that floor away. We're keeping our shoulder away from our ear. So long neck. Good, let's switch sides. So left hand by the left knee, shoulder down, push the floor away. Right hand lightly behind the right ear, elbow to elbow, and then we open. Your goal here is to rotate from your torso versus dropping the chest or just rounding our spine. We want to take it, turn, and open. Last one. Good. Bring it into the center. Knees come in. We're going to come up to a half kneeling position. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, a little bit of a push forwards, and we're going to give ourselves a nice good pat on the back. So if we're keeping our tuck and our squeeze, we shouldn't have a puffed out rib cage. We've pulled it in. We're stretching the front of the hip and the back of the arm. Good. Release, switching it over to the other side. So nice, good half kneeling position. Again, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, little push forwards. We're going to give ourselves a nice, good pat on the back. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Pull the front leg back just a little bit. Hands on the thigh. We're going to come up to a standing position. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Good. Shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up. We're going to look to one side, look to the other. We're going to do a little shoulder mobility here. So we're going to take it up, hands lightly behind the ears, and then exhale, hands into the small of the back. So we want to try to go as big of a range of motion as you can. I'm imagining that my hands are glued to the wall behind me. So you can see my arms, I'm trying not to let them, go forwards and move around a lot. I'm trying to keep them against that wall, get that rotation in. It's tricky depending on how your arms are. Last one. Good. Bring it in, shoulders down and back. We're going to take a couple deep breaths in right here. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time. Big breath in and out. And you are all done.